Good morning, everybody. And by morning, I mean it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So my bad. I passed out last night after the last Riff movie, and here I are. Hopefully, to be joined by someone because I was sleepy when I fell asleep, and now it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm no longer sleepy. Throwing off my sleep schedule. Oh. That is unfortunate. Nonetheless, here I are, and I shall be joined by others, I am sure. JP's RR and Shay. Oh, the professor is in the house. Yep. Throwing off my sleep schedule. I actually did tell my mom last night. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get drunk tonight, Mom. And I proceeded to do exactly what I said. I got drunk and I passed out. I have no idea what happened after about 8 o'clock last night. If I were on other people's live streams, I apologize. And hello, Mountains of Elysium. And Carla Albanese. Filaria. Holy cow. You go live once and everybody shows up. And yes, I did. I was watching Mad Mardigan going, Mad Mardigan, there you go. And then he lost power, and I thought to myself, I said, you're a live streamer. You can live stream yourself. Well, here I are, live streaming. At the risk of letting the trolls up, here's the link to the StreamYard, folks, if you want to join me. I appreciate it. And Shay is drinking James straight. Oh my goodness. I have to admit, when my eyes popped open about 12:30, I started drinking again. So, but then I'm only drinking wine, right? You can live on wine. Oh, Wes Moody. Hey. Hi, Wes Moody. Runs with Phantoms. Who's that? Which wristwatches are Swiss? Damn you with your tongue twisters. Hey, JPs, what's happening, brother?
Nothing much.
We just finished dinner.
We just finished eating supper.
Holy cow, where are you at? In Hawaii or something?
No, it's like 20 to 3 here. I got home from work. Work at like 1:30, so
way over on the right coast eating dinner. Hey, Professor.
What's up, DJ?
Hello.
I heard your little woman decided not to come home one night.
Mute yourself for a second. I need to tell you.
If you're not willing to talk about it, Professor, just say, shut up.
That's pretty much it, man.
Okay.
Cool. My old lady just up and skipped, and, well.
Well, I'm glad you're still my friend, Professor.
Oh, I don't even care, bro.
It is what it is, right? You got to live where you live, and I happen to live in Phoenix.
I completely understand. It's all good, man. As long as she's safe and happy, I'm all good.
Oh, there you go. I'd rather live in my little mountain town myself, but here I am in Phoenix.
I get to go down that way. If my doctor's appointment on Wednesday doesn't go well for my heart, I got to go down and go see the heart specialist down there in Phoenix.
Oh, at the VA? You got your VA stuff all fixed up?
Nope, private heart specialist.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to stop by and say hello. Just let me know.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'll go up there. Oh, vodka. Wes Moody's drinking vodka. That's
Oh,
the way to
shit.
do it. Me and vodka, we don't have a very professional relationship. That's why I drink wine. Vodka and I go level. I fell off the cliff. I'm drunk.
I feel that.
Versus
stick with
most
whiskey.
alcohols. Most alcohols, I go, ooh, hey, I'm getting high, and then I fall off a cliff because I constantly am falling off cliffs. Which is why I generally walk home from karaoke.
Indeed, this is why we don't drive home. Definitely.
Well,
So is it like when the coyote used to like walk off the cliff?
yeah.
If he doesn't look down, he's good.
Well, it has been the case multiple times where I have not looked down and gone, I'm still on my feet.
Then you look down and you're on the floor.
And I have done that walking home from the other bar in town.
Usually I never ever look at the ground. I'm always staring at the sky whenever I come to. Always. I always fall fucking backwards. I never fall forwards. It's always back.
One of the problems with living in a great big city is there are too many bars, right? I mean, like in the town that I love, right, up there in the mountains, there's 2 bars, 2 whole bars.
You look at your plate and it's empty.
So I'm either at one or the other, and then I start walking home. And the one that I like to go to, they do karaoke on Friday and Saturdays, so I can walk home. It's like 3 blocks from my house, no problem. The other bar in town, and I'm not joking about the other bar in town, it's
Yeah,
like
we don't talk
5
about
blocks from my house. So I walk up north or down south 2 blocks and then fall on my ass and sit there for a little while and go, and then manage to grab the post and stand up and finish walking to my house.
Yeah,
it's
that's one
funny
thing
because
that I
the
miss about
police and sheriff in that town know me, and they know, oh, he's headed in the right direction. He's fine.
He's going home.
But here in Phoenix, I'm not sure I could get away with that.
Oh no, definitely not. They'd probably pick you up and be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Do you know where you live? I live with my mom.
I'm lost.
And my brother. Neither one of them could bail me out. Please let me walk home, please.
I feel that. That's why I love the small town, man. I really do.
I do too. Yeah, I went to the Sultana during the lockdown, and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone to the Sultana.
Yeah.
But whatever. I went there, fell on my ass. They cut me off. I walked out of the bar and walked home.
Yeah,
But,
me and this kind of have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, the police and the sheriff followed me home.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they did. Well, I mean, nothing else was going on that night.
That's how it is, man. It is quiet as fuck now up here. Super quiet.
I don't think that'll ever be the case down here in Phoenix. Oh.
But tonight they had the Valentine's Day thing at the Sultana, and apparently there was like a band and all kinds of shit. Like,
Oh
food.
yeah. Oh, if anybody is wondering, Arizona is not really all that. They didn't drink the Kool-Aid. Let's say it that way, right? Let me tell the story. Okay, so this weird evangelist got everybody to move to South America and made them all drink Kool-Aid laced with poison, right? So they all died.
I love it.
Well, that's
Story.
basic, I mean, 101. So here we are in this vid thing, and my sister was living with my mom and myself while my brother was in the hospital, and she had the vid over the Christmas holiday.
Huh.
And my mom and I, neither one of us got the vid. Neither one of us got the vid. So it drives me absolutely up a wall when people are talking about, oh, you can't do that because the vid. And I go, have you been to my hometown? Because nobody's wearing a mask there. Nobody is wearing a mask in my hometown.
And nobody's
Nobody.
I just want to put that out there. Nobody's dead. Maybe we're tougher than the rest. I don't know, man.
We might be tougher than the rest. I'll give you that.
Man, whenever all this kicked off, whenever all of it kicked off, I was working at the hotel at La Quinta up there. And I got sick. I was sick for like a week. I drank whiskey and Theraflu, and I was fine. Come to find out through all my tests and shit like that to the VA, they're like, oh, apparently you had the SARS virus. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I went back to work. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Wookiee supremacy. That's awesome. The mason jar. Wow. I used to like going there.
That was a good bar.
No, that's a little college bar. Honestly, I was in the Army, so when I came home and my brother said, let's go to the mason jar, I was like, okay.
Let's get it.
We went to the mason jar. Oh, the bars I played in, though, Wookiee, you'd have to have chicken wire or plexiglass to keep the beer bottles from hitting you in the face. Those are the bars I played in when I was playing.
Whenever I was a younger man, those were my kind of bars to go to just to play around.
Oh, the Alaskan Bush Company. I love you, Runs with Phantoms. Now I know where you're from. Yeah. The Alaskan Bush Company, in case anyone was wondering. The Alaskan Bush Company is not just a bar. We'll say that right now. But we won't go into detail.
Oh man, I was liking where this conversation was headed.
Hey, no. Look, I was married for 15 years, and so I still have that reservation thing happening. Like, I'm reserved. I can't talk about certain topics.
So I used to work at the Joint in Flagstaff whenever it was still open.
Oh, the Joint. Nice.
I did. This is right whenever I was getting out of the Army. And I needed a job, and they were looking for bouncers. And I'm all like, all right, I'll go do that.
You're so tiny, though.
I am.
Did they really hire you as a bouncer?
They did. They hired me. And for some reason or another, they started doing ladies' night whenever they turned it into whatever they turned it into. I always called it the Joint, but different owners took it over and they renamed it. I started doing ladies' night, and I'm all like, all right, I'll bounce on ladies' night. And they're like, oh, no, our bouncers are going to get up there. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, you could pull it off. I couldn't have when I left the military, but yeah.
Oh, man.
Mountains, yes, they had wine tasting and an art gallery. You are absolutely correct. The Alaskan Bush Company was absolutely a place for culture and arts.
High repute. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness! I'm getting my high back. I love it. Oh.
Excellent.
Whew. Only what? What do you call a heavy pour on wine? 8 ounces? So I'm drinking out
Bottle?
of a 16-ounce glass.
Well, at least you're not
And
drinking the box.
I've had 2 of them. So that's a quart, right? That's a quart of wine I've had since I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's go with that.
I feel that, man. I'm about a quarter away down with this bottle of Jameson, and I'm just kind of sipping right now, enjoying the night. I
You
woke
never
up.
did come and get the firewood out of my backyard.
I came and got some of it.
Look, everybody, in case you're wondering, I do not have a fireplace in my house, but I did cut down 4 trees. And so I've got firewood for days. And this professor feller was supposed to come and pick a lot of it up, and he never did.
I came and got a little bit.
My truck is broken. Where?
I'm sorry. Oh. Now I got my old truck, and it has a racing engine in it. So I have to really, really watch myself. I got pulled over going into work the other night. I didn't even realize before it snowed. I didn't even realize that I was doing a $110. I was like, oh no. I gotta stop.
You should try Jameson Caskmate. Oh, the
great.
Stout Barrel Edition. Nice choice. If I were really a whiskey drinker, I would be drinking something similar to that. But I'm a wine drinker, and so I drink 5 liters of wine every 2 or 3 days.
Fancy pants whiskey. Just give me Jack Daniels.
That's bourbon, in case you were wondering, JP's.
It's called whiskey.
There is a difference.
No.
No.
It gets me to where I want to go. There is no
fair
difference.
enough. That's why I drink wine. I can usually stay sober longer with wine.
You know what killed me on
Sober-ish.
wine? Walmart was having a sale, and I went and bought that Sutter Homes White Zinfandel, right? And I'm not talking the little bottles of it, I'm talking the big bottles of it. And they were selling it for $6 for the half gallon. And I was all like, I am down. So I buy everything that they got. And I go over to this house party.
Runs with phantoms, bush diving. Yes, that is a fun pastime.
Whenever you Americans say that you buy freaking alcohol at Walmart, it just makes me giggle.
You can only get 5 liters of wine in certain places like grocery stores. So when you're gonna buy your 5 liters of wine, you gotta get it somewhere.
That's right. But I tell you what, I drank all that wine that night between me and like 4 other people. And I had like 12 bottles. And so what is that, 6 gallons of wine between 4 of us? And we drank it all. And I woke up the next day and I'm like, man, I need some water. And I drank some water and I was just as drunk as the day before. And my head just started to pound. It was horrible. So I just stopped drinking wine.
One of the things about being a professional drunk, let me explain, is that you have to stay dehydrated in order to be a professional drunk.
I feel that.
Because it takes 3 days to recover from a bender, right? But if you're always drunk, you never have to worry about the bender.
Right? You never have to recover. It just goes.
It just keeps going, and it keeps you alive. Mind you, you're drinking different types of alcohol. If I have a real bender, I'll go and get myself some Fireball. Everybody knows what Fireball is. I'll get myself a liter of Fireball and call it a weekend.
Oh, Johnny Walker, man. Scotch. I love it, Wookie.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Walker's good stuff. Oh, the Black Label is the best.
Right? I love the Black Label. But have you ever had the Blue?
I've had Blue. I like the Black Label better.
Me too. And it's cheaper.
And it's cheaper, exactly.
The weirdest one that I ever drank at Johnny Walker was definitely either the green or the white label. That one was a little weird. I didn't really enjoy the flavor.
Oh, honestly, in my 20s, I was a beer drinker. So, Chimay You guys know what Chimay is, right? It's a Belgian beer.
Mm-hmm.
They have blue, red, and black. I
Right.
love Chimay. I absolutely love Chimay, and it doesn't matter which one I drink because they all have different flavors naturally. But I do absolutely love Chimay. As far as beer is concerned, now my standard beer is well, basically any Weissen. So Hefeweizen, yum.
I love Hefeweizen, man. Good stuff.
Oh yeah, you get all of your nutrients from Hefeweizen.
But my beer of drink is Guinness. Always has been, always will be.
Dude, I did a triathlon in 2000 or 1999. 1999. It's amazing that I can say 1999 and everybody goes, "What?" Well, I was alive in the 1900s, okay?
I feel that. Oh, I grew up in the 90s. Come on now.
I grew up in the 80s. Oh, I'm older than you. Ah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, in '99 I did a triathlon, and my training regimen was this: I would run because I was in the Army in the morning, so I would run 2, 3, 4, 5 miles, whatever the first sergeant decided he wanted to run that day.
I feel it.
And then I would be done with work for the day, and I would ride my bicycle 10 miles, and then I would come back to the barracks, and I would sit in the barracks with a 12-pack of Shiner Bock. Oh, Shiner Bock was my beer of choice at the time. So I'd drink a 12-pack of Shiner Bock and smoke a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
While I was training for the triathlon, I came in 19th place in the triathlon.
That's not bad, man. That's
not bad at all. The funny part is I got to the end of the triathlon, and one of the soldiers who was at the end, counting people off, he was smoking when I ran across the finish line, and I walked up to him and I was like, "Man, I ran out of cigarettes on my way here. Can I bum a smoke off you?"
Right.
He looked at me like I had a dick for.
Whenever I was in the service, man, whenever I was in the Army, we were running a PT test. Now, I'm from, we're up here at, 7,600 feet or something like that?
Yeah, just call it 7,000 feet. It's fine.
And so I go out there, and I'm in New York, and we're kind of just chilling out, and they're like, "We're going to do a PT test today." And I'm like, "All right, let's do this." And so I'm running, and I get halfway done with the 2-mile run, and the fucking people that are supposed to be marking our times are standing there smoking, and I stop, reach into my fucking PT pants, grab my fucking pack of smokes and lit one up, smoked it, and finished the fucking thing all under 14 minutes. And they're all like, "What the fuck, man?" I'm like, "I had to get that fresh air, bro."
Yeah, that's the way to do it right there.
That was back in the day, though, dude. Now if I run, I'm like, I'll get like maybe 150 feet and go, "Heh, heh."
Oh well, that's your problem. If I could run, I'd still be running like a maniac.
I was never a runner. I hated running.
But
Push-ups
my
and sit-ups,
ankle and my nervous condition, it's just not happening.
I feel it.
Once in a while, when it rains, right, and you left your windows down in your car, I could still do. It's like, okay, I sprint to my car and I'm like, "Oh, I used to be able to do this all the time. Wow, what a difference 20 years makes."
Man, those are the
And Murphy's Stout with woodpecker ale makes a great black and tan, in case anyone was wondering. But thank you, Mountains of Elysium. I do love Murphy Stout. Guinness is just over advertised, I think. But Murphy Stout is far better than Guinness. I agree with you, Mountains.
Well, see, I have to beg to differ with you there because I've been
You
to
can
Ireland.
differ all you want.
and if you've never
You're
had
free
a
to be
genuine-
wrong. You're in the right country to be wrong. So
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right. No, I actually really prefer Guinness from Ireland over the Guinness they sell here. I really, really do. That was probably the best tasting beer. Well, I like Harp too. Harp is really, really good, even though it's a little hoppy, but it's all right.
Yeah, Harp is all right. Them Irish fellers, they get in the way of their own brewing.
Oh, but they make another one. Harp does, and it's kind of like in the middle of the two, and it's really, really good. I really enjoy that.
Do they though? I honestly, I really don't know. Like I said, I was a teetotaler while I was married. For the most part, I was a teetotaler for 15 years. And teetotal means you don't drink alcohol at all.
Huh? That
Right?
sounds like a boring time.
Oh, it was unpleasant. Yeah. So when I left the wife, the ex-wife now, and she is remarried. Yay! So all I pay is child support now. Yay! But when I left, I started drinking beer again. Of course, my go-to is always Miller Lite, which but I'd been out of the beer drinking competition for damn near 15 years, 18 years, something like that. And so I started going to these microbrews and things like that. And I thought to myself, I said, let's get something harder. And so I started drinking wine. Now, unfortunately, I drink wine constantly. I mean, I'm drinking wine from the time I wake up an hour ago to the time I either fall asleep or pass out.
I completely understand that. That's usually what I do. Now,
So what you're saying, CCDV, is that you're a shareholder basically in Napa Valley.
I should be. I should be a shareholder in Napa Valley. I'd be supporting my.
You're keeping them in business.
Those Napa Valley vintners that are doing actual boxed wines, like 5 liters of wine, they'd be making a mint off of me. They are making a mint off of me, so I should probably buy stock in them.
I have a batch of mead brewing right now.
Nice. Where'd you get the honey from?
Local beekeepers that I know.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it turns out. It's gonna be a little bit, but it's going good right now. I think I got one that's going to be infused with blueberries, one that's going to be infused with strawberries, and then just regular mead. So
when is it going to be ready?
you can start drinking it about 6 months. It'll be a while.
Okay. Well, hopefully, maybe, possibly. I say hopefully. I know you guys are going to kill me on this one, but hopefully my mom will be dead by then.
Honestly, man, sometimes you just gotta hope that they just go without any more pain, bro.
Honestly, every day I wake up and I go, did she die in her sleep last night? Please, 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 did she die in her sleep last night?
I feel that. I completely understand, man. I completely understand.
Not because I don't love my mom. Obviously, if I didn't love my mom, I wouldn't have to live in this horrible place where there's millions of people clogging up the arteries of the streets, I love my mom. I absolutely love my mom. But seriously, just die in your sleep, please. just at some point, just die in your sleep. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Go peaceful.
As alcohol is technically a medication, could you claim it as a tax? I should start keeping my receipts and see if that actually works.
I am down.
Well, it'll work if you do your taxes yourself.
You know what's funny about having an ex-wife is my ex-wife does my taxes.
Oh shit.
No kidding. Yeah. So she we split the kids, the tax rebate for the kids. And so she splits that up, and I think it's equitable, right? So I had one of my kids, she had three of my kids. Now she's got all three of the kids that are under 18. And so I may get tax rebate for one of them for this year. But we also sold a house that we had bought together in California, and that was 2 years ago. And California is trying to give me money for that house now. It's like, I'm confused. What? Wait, what?
Take it and run.
Why, California, why are you trying to give me money for a house I sold 2 years ago? I'm confused.
Look, as long as they don't try to come and get it back, it's all okay.
I accept. I will accept your tax money. If you don't want it, if you really don't want it, I will accept it.
I feel it.
I can pay off two of my credit cards with that tax rebate, so I accept.
I completely understand that.
I'm going to run and go do some stuff. It's 3 a.m. here.
Hey, Poe, what's happening, brother?
Howdy, man. How you doing tonight? Well, morning. Sorry.
Well, it's not snowing in Phoenix, Arizona, so you don't have to worry about my power going out.
Back in Mississippi, it's snowing for my family, and we won't get it here in Atlanta. Mr. CC, DV, howdy, and Professor, and we just lost JPZ, I guess.
Yeah, JP's. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for JP, so he's running off and going to sleep. I think.
Okay.
That is what he said. I believe.
I think so. He said it's 3 a.m. there and he has to go, I think.
Yeah. So.
Awesome.
But they did just eat dinner, which is odd. I usually eat dinner and then wait a couple of hours to go to sleep because I may be odd.
Wait, you still eat?
Wait, when I cook, man, I cooked some catfish, spaghetti, and some fries tonight. I had to take me a nap 30 minutes after I ate. I was out. Seriously.
Sparking News Podcast, thank you for joining us. And he says he has 2 feet on the ground in the Northeast. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I believe there is snow in the Northeast. I lived in northern New York for a few years myself.
Me too.
Southern Canada, you could call it, I guess. We were only a few miles from the Canadian border. Fort Hood, not Fort Hood. That's
I'm all like, no, Fort Drum, bro.
Fort Drum, New York. Yeah, there.
Okay.
All right, Mr. CCDB, have you ever eaten at Tony's Pizza? Come on now, that's right outside of Fort Drum. It's been there forever.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't very good pizza.
I agree. I was just about to say that was the worst pizza I've ever eaten.
Is that New York style pizza up there?
No, it's
Call it that,
biscuit dough with tomato sauce and cheese on it. That's all it is. Why they've been there for 30 years, I have no idea. But it's really just biscuit dough with tomato sauce on it.
Right? I wanted some New York style pizza. I had to go all the way to New York City to get me some New York style pizza, man.
We have a place down here in Atlanta called Fellini's, and it's amazing. I'm talking about, oh my God. And it's New York style pizza. Then we have this place that's called Nancy's, and it's Chicago style pizza, and I do not like it at all. I'm sorry, I don't like Chicago style pizza at all.
Oh, you
New
don't like the
Haven-
4 inches of
New-
dough?
I'm sorry,
No.
hold on, guys. Sparking News Podcast says that the best pizza is New Haven, Connecticut. And now I've never been in Connecticut, so
Tell him to be more detailed. How's it made?
we need to know what the kind of pizza it is, because
Like, you got New York style pizza, and then you got Chicago style pizza.
Well,
yeah.
I can do deep dish long as it's not 4 inches of bread.
I'll
Now,
tell you
when
there, man.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Jeez.
Mounds of Elysium, prison style pizza. Yeah, that's what they served outside of Fort Drum, New York. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Except it wasn't served on a newspaper. But
Dude,
Oh.
I made my sourdough pizza
Mm-hmm.
oh, fuck.
with I mean, I went to culinary school, right? So I had made pizza prior to going to culinary school, and I aged the dough and everything, but it just, it was just pizza. But when I made sourdough pizza after I went to culinary school and I learned how to make a real pizza sauce, holy crap.
Pizza
Oh.
is an art form.
You do a sourdough pizza crust with a homemade red sauce, and then you could put whatever the hell you want on it, and it turns into the best pizza you've ever had.
Yep.
Dude, whenever I was in Italy, I loved their pizza. It was a culture shock for me. It really was. But their pizza was amazing, man. Like,
I would
Oh,
like
they if you go to the right shop in Italy, they roll it out with a wine bottle.
yep.
Oh, yes. Okay,
was-
I know what you're talking about.
It was so good, bro.
professional
Yeah, it is.
CDV. There's a place in Atlanta called Antico's. They make that pizza authentic style. I'm not sure how authentic it is, but they make the dough and everything. But it looks like it don't even look like a pizza. It just like it's like that y'all actually form a perfect circle. It's like it's just thrown there, the sauce and the bread.
Oh, that's the best
cheesy.
kind of pizza.
But
Right? So you're used to seeing people toss pizza dough in the air, right? And that creates a perfect circle
Yeah.
because of centrifugal force.
Yes.
So you see a perfect circle.
Mhm.
What are you going to put on that perfect circle?
But
That's what I want to know, because the best pizza makers I've ever seen, they roll their dough. Now, I love tossing pizza. It's fun for me and the kids and everyone else in the house. So we toss the dough because it's fun. But
Yeah.
when you have an authentic pizza, right? You can grill it, you can bake it, you can whatever you want with the right dough.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to put on it? Well, you've got a choice. You've got tomato paste, which would be appropriate if you doctor it up with a bunch of spices and stuff, or you can make your own sauce. And I do, in fact, make my own sauce. But you go with tomato paste with fresh basil, fresh thyme, and fresh
Yes.
garlic, right?
Garlic,
so-
basil.
The easy way to go is basil, salt, pepper, garlic, and what was the last thing I said? Not parsley.
Time.
Anyway, whatever. You just heat that up in the microwave real quick. And so, you roll your dough out and you slather that on and you put whatever cheese you want on it. That's the way to go, baby.
I'm
you can-
all about the sauteed garlic with a tender butter sauce, and you put some artichokes and dude, I'm
Oh,
all
wow.
about that,
Okay.
dude.
A lot of
I'm
people
telling
love
you.
that on pizza. Yeah.
You know what? Wookiee supremacy. I could live on Hot Pockets. I really could.
See, the thing about Antico's is, since have y'all both been to Italy?
Yes, I think
I've
so.
been in Italy, but I have not had time to spend in Italy.
I never been there, but I heard that Antico's is the next best thing in Atlanta to go there. This is one thing that they do. They cook it in oven, brick,
Oh, fire brick pizza.
Fire
brick
fire
oven.
brick,
Fire brick oven.
yeah.
They cook it authentic like that. That's what, and they just throw it down. It's not like a perfect circle. It just everywhere, and they put parsley on it, and oh god, it was so good. But a pizza up there costs you $30 for a medium.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that, man.
That's in Atlanta, man. But Antico's, it's a bring your own beer. You can actually come there
Oh,
with your
nice.
own beer and wine bottle.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm
Nice.
talking about, bro.
That is the
I
way
love
to
the
go right
BYOBs,
there.
man.
But there's always a line there to get inside.
You
It's
know,
a small place. It's a small place.
Jedi Bill's parents have a brick oven, pizza oven in the
What?
backyard.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. Mind you, it's only like 10 miles from here, but I haven't been there yet. So eventually I'll make the dough and I will go down there and we will do the brick oven pizza thing in Jedi Bill's parents' backyard.
Mr. CCDV, you have to live stream that.
Right?
Absolutely.
We'll see. I need to make the pizza sauce first. Now, I did say if you take tomato paste and add basil and garlic and onion, etc. But I will, in fact, make my own pizza sauce so that you guys could see what a good
You
pizza
can
sauce
even-
looks like.
You can even use diced tomatoes and dice them
Oh.
up a little bit more.
Yes. Oh, you can use anything you want.
Squeeze
Now,
the
mind you,
juices.
when I talk about my pizza sauce, I'm talking about Roma tomatoes
Mhm.
that were fire roasted, peeled, seeded, chopped, and then cooked in a pan for hours, and then use a stick blender, or you can toss it into a blender, whatever the case may be. And then you got to reduce that sauce down to the point where it is literally a paste.
Mhm.
Now, most tomato pastes are tomatoes and it's dried out. Dried out tomatoes is what tomato paste is, which is why I use it to thicken a lot of my sauces. So I have nothing against tomato paste. But if I'm making a pizza sauce, I'm going to make it myself, which means I'm going to reduce my tomato sauce down to a paste. And then I'm going to blind bake the pizza dough, which I have proofed for 2 days, by the way.
Thicken up.
Trust me, you will never have had a pizza as good as the pizza I make. However, you need to set aside 2 days to do this.
Let me tell you this. In my pizza sauce when I made homemade pizza, because we had family like 1 day a week. I had an older sister, younger sister. We would make homemade tacos and then homemade pizza and homemade lasagna, spaghetti, whatever like that. My parents let us do our spin on it as kids. I used to put a little brown sugar in my tomato paste and sauce.
Just sweeten it up just a little bit.
Just a tad of brown sugar. And I guess that's a southern thing. I don't know, from Mississippi, but dude, fell in love with it. And olive oil. I gotta use olive oil on the bread.
Oh, olive oil goes in everything. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not a big fan of the sweet sauces.
Mhm.
I prefer the bitter, acidy sauces.
And see, that's where your diced onions come in at. Garlic powder come in at.
Mm,
It'll
Well,
even it
that's
out.
the thing
Dang
is, every time someone cooks for me
Mhm.
and they put raw onions in a dish, right?
No,
like
no.
you're talking about well, not you,
What
but
kind of
oh,
what kind of
if
heathen eats
you-
raw onions, bro?
Yeah, my
if you
dad.
were talking about something like enchiladas, right?
Mhm.
And you just see those raw onions tossed in at the end. It's like,
It takes 2 minutes to
why?
saute that shit. Why? Why?
Why
Thank
would
you.
you do raw onions?
Thank you. It take two, like you said, it take 2 minutes to saute it. You can saute it in the sauce too.
I'm telling you,
Seriously,
like,
for crying out loud, why would you do raw onions on anything
My
ever?
dad could take a raw onion and eat it like an apple with salt.
oof.
Like seriously.
Dude, in 2005 in Iraq, oh God.
He could take
These-
a white onion. a white
Okay,
onion.
there are two things that I will never eat raw and I will never drink. And one of them is onions, obviously. I will never eat them raw.
Mhm.
And the other is chai tea.
I don't even know what that is.
Chai tea. It's
I agree with you there. I'm not a big fan of chai tea. Everybody's all like, "Oh my god, chai tea," and I'm like, "Nah, bro, I'm good."
no, thank you very much. I was in Iraq in 2005, right? And so every time I went to Area 51, which is what we called the place with all the fuel trucks, like we would line them up in Area 51 and we would bring them in 12 at a time to unload their cargo. But every time I went there, they were eating onions, raw onions, and drinking chai tea.
Dude, I'm telling you,
That
my
is
dad.
a gross
Oh my
fucking
God,
combination, bro.
I seriously, if I smell onions and chai tea at the same time, I feel like vomiting.
That
I
is
don't know how he do it, but he would eat a raw onion with salt on it. I don't understand that myself.
I can't do it. I can't. That ain't right. That just ain't right.
Don't get me wrong. He liked it cooked and caramelized, but if he had nothing else to eat, he told me he grew up on that.
Oh, I gotta redo the sound of my omelet video. Oh my goodness.
You make a mean omelet?
You know how long it takes to caramelize onions properly? It takes like an hour.
What?
And I spent 6 hours doing omelets the day I made the omelet video. And my sister couldn't figure out how to work the camera. And so my sound came out really bad. So,
I'm surprised your battery lasts that long on the camera.
right now.
oh no, she wasn't filming me the entire time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a half hour of cooking omelets. I did a French omelet, an American omelet, and a Japanese omelet. So it really was only a half hour video, but she couldn't figure out how to hold the video properly. Like Digital 11 knew how to do my cooking videos, but my sister unfortunately could not figure it out. It's no big deal. I'll redo the audio and edit the omelet video and
put it
post
on, man.
eventually. But
I like to see it. And I know we got away from talk about pizza. I got one more question about pizza. Are y'all more of a veggie pizza? With
oh God, no,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no,
Hold
no.
on. With a veggie pizza with a little meat, or meat pizza with a little veggies, or straight meat?
Oh, straight meat. I'm
too.
a meat lover.
Now,
Me
see,
too.
I like it. I like a lot of different kinds of pizza, but genuine Italian pizzas don't usually have meat on them. Like, really, they just use like vegetables. That's usually how they serve. That's the difference between an actual pizza and not really.
I know they use
Well,
basil.
the whole
parsley.
wilted spinach and arugula and,
Yep,
and
yep.
stuff like that. I
dress it
will allow that on a pizza. However,
That's for aroma, though.
yeah,
They do it for the aroma. Parsley and spinach for the aroma to dress it up to make it look pretty. But at the same time, give it a unique flavor. But I need my meat on there.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
that.
you gotta have
Yeah.
the sausage and the pepperoni and
And real
everything
sausage
else.
too.
Yeah.
You can't just have like what they call Italian sausage, man. You got to have that real sausage.
What is the Italian sausage? Like seriously?
Italian sausage has more fennel in it than breakfast sausage.
So it doesn't come from the same meat, or do they just
Oh, it
spice
comes
it
from
up?
the same. Yeah, it comes from the same meat. Yeah.
all in how you season it, bro.
Yeah, it's a matter of
Okay.
how you season it. You know how they make sausage, right?
No.
They
Oh.
grind it up and they stuff it in an intestine and tie it off. No,
Well, yeah, that's pretty much how they make sausage. Yeah, but you season it differently, right? So
Yeah.
fennel is
So it's not really from the Italians.
no.
Okay,
Sausage has
okay.
been made since the dawn of time, basically.
But I thought Italian sausage was something that they uniquely made that we adapted over here in America.
All
That's what I
right,
thought,
Mountains
Tate.
of Elysium. I will see you later, brother.
Take it
Thank
easy.
you for being here. I appreciate it.
Have a good night, morning, or whatever part of the world you're from.
Oh, it's afternoon for mountains, I believe, or
I think so. I don't know.
oh, yeah,
4:30
it's
a.m.
afternoon for mountains. Yeah.
Oh man, good afternoon. Oh shit,
The Emerald Isles. Yeah.
I
Way
miss
to
that
go.
place, man. I really do. I do miss traveling. And
No,
now I'm
I've
single.
been-
Now I can book.
I've been in London, right? But I only spent 6 hours in London. I would have preferred to have spent, years in London.
London is a really neat city, man. But you got to go north. That's where all the good stuff is.
Hey guys, I never left the country. I never flown on a plane before.
Wow.
What?
Poe, holy cow.
I'm
I
scared.
had no idea. I thought you were a world traveler, brother.
No, I'm terrified. The most beautiful place I ever lived was Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Oh, I love Colorado Springs. That was the home of my first house.
Garden
That
of the
is-
Gods.
That is
Oh, I
a
love
beautiful
Garden of the
place.
Gods. Yes. Oh, I would go back there in a heartbeat if I could make that 12-hour journey.
I said I'm gonna retire there or Denver.
Colorado
Denver's
Springs is
not
better.
Denver's not as nice as Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs has grown in a lot. I lived there 2013 and 14 for 2 years.
Ooh.
And
13 and
man,
14.
and to be honest, I love
wow,
cold
okay.
weather. I love the
Yeah.
snow and cold weather.
I do too. I do. I really do. And,
I mean-
and that's one of the problems with living in the valley is I get no snow here. Even when it rains, my car gets messed up with the rain. But I don't get snow here.
When I say that, being from Mississippi, saying that people look at me crazy, but the snow up there is way different from the snow down south. If I make a snowball down here, it'll knock you out like a brick.
Yeah, it would. It's
But if I
basically an ice ball.
Yeah, if I make a snowball up there, I can barely make one. And by the time I throw it, it'll fall out. It's like powdered sugar.
Yeah, exactly. You got to
It's-
wait
it's what
until
you
the
ski
snow
on,
melts a little bit, and then you
Yeah.
can pack it. Yeah.
It's a beautiful. The air is cleaner. The people are nicer. Like Colorado Springs was the most beautiful place. And waking up at my apartment, I could look towards Pikes Peak. The most, geez.
Oh, I've walked up Pikes Peak before.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's the Manitou incline.
The railroad incline. Yeah,
Yeah, I've walked up that.
I walked up halfway.
We were supposed to run up it, but honestly, at some point you just go, I'm putting my left foot in front of my right foot, and hopefully I'll
mean
get to the top of this.
The old railroad track thing.
It is, yeah. It was a cog
Yeah.
railroad,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And they took the tracks out, but they left the ties. And
Yep.
so the Manitou Incline is one of the best places. If you ever go to Colorado Springs, folks, if you're listening, if you ever go to Colorado Springs, the Manitou Incline is one of the things you must do. It goes from 7,000 feet to 10,000 feet.
Mhm.
And trust me, it is a wonderful experience. Now, running down the hill back to your car is not the most pleasant experience, but walking up the Manitou Incline is a lot of fun.
Mr. CCDV, don't forget to mention that you can also take the cheap route and take a $20 ticket and ride the trailway, the little thing, the trolley on a line. It'll take you up there to the top of the mountain.
Now, see, that's
Yeah,
my
you could
style
do
right
that
there
too.
anymore, bro.
You can do that too.
And you can ride it back down. It was there back then when I went, but I went halfway up, and I was born with a heart murmur, so I could barely breathe, and so I had to come back down halfway. But I'm seeing like 70, 80-year-old people, like they got the headphones on and they going up and down. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing with my life?
I know.
And I was 28 years old. I'm 34 now. I was 28 years old at the time.
I was with the 59th Quartermaster, and we were going up the incline, right? And so you think to yourself, you say, I'm a young man in my 20s who is capable of running 10 miles and shoot, move, and communicate. I can do anything. And you're walking up the Manitou Incline, and some old guy in his 60s is just going, doop, 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 and he's passing everybody going up the Manitou Incline. It's awesome.
like seriously, I sat there on the little the stakes, the railroad thing. I sat there for like 5 minutes. My buddy went with me, and he was like, "You okay, Poe?" And I was like, I can't do it, dude. Like, he was like, well, I ain't trying to put stress on you. We can go back down. And we took our time back down there. It's like people like, y'all not going up? I'm like, nope. You know, so I'm being honest. You know.
Oh dear God, that is so much fun. Though I mean, seriously, it really is a lot of fun doing stuff that. I mean, seriously. I'm not an advocate for the military. However, if you spend 20 years in the military, you're going to do things that you never thought you would ever do in your life, ever.
Man, I only spent 6 years, and I did things that I never thought I'd do and saw things I never thought I'd see, man.
Both of y'all was in the military?
Yes, sir.
My nephew is 17. He wanted to join the Air Force, and I know they got the Air Force Academy up there. But my cousin, the reason why I went to Colorado Springs because he was at Fort Carson. He was in the Army.
Oh yeah, I was at Fort Carson for 5 years,
and that's the reason why I moved up there.
Baby, woot woot!
You was up there too?
Oh yeah. Oh, like I said, I bought my first house in Colorado Springs.
I lived on Austin Bluffs. There's a Chicago Pizza at the Austin Bluffs, and there's a major road that goes across town that goes to both Citadel Mall and Chapel Hill Mall. I forgot the name of that road, but I live right on Austin Bluffs right there at our apartment. And man, that's a beautiful city, dude. Like,
oh, I love Colorado Springs. If I did not own a house in Williams, I would live in Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is my second choice.
But I want to say Denver, though. To be honest, I want to retire in Denver because my first time going there, I lived in Colorado Springs for like 6 months before I actually visited Denver, which was like 45 minutes away up the interstate.
Yeah, it's like an hour away. Yeah, depending on traffic, right?
Yeah, it was rush hour. When I got there, it was rush hour traffic. Me and my buddy, we parked, and you know what I seen, dude? We was walking around the city. Then we got on the bus. I seen a 50-year-old man. I mean, well, I don't know his age. He had gray hair, clean shaven and everything, with a suit on, with a briefcase. He was riding a skateboard. I'm like, this has got to be the coolest city. This is the coolest city I've never seen in my life.
That's Colorado for you right there.
Oh, you gotta love it,
A
man.
guy with gray hair and a suit riding a skateboard.
He
That's
did not-
Colorado.
He did not.
I mean,
get
like,
a-
how old do y'all think Guards to Dogtown are? Come on now, them old boys are old now, bro.
He did not get an Uber. He did not get a Lyft. He did not get a taxi. He rode a skateboard.
That's what's up. That's funny.
That blew my mind. I've never seen nothing like that in my entire life. Being from Mississippi, dude.
That's the one thing that I never, or I always regretted, is that I did not have enough time while I was in the service to buy a house. In my 6 years of service, I deployed 3 times,
Wow.
like back to back. And by the time I was
Yeah.
done with those deployments, I was busted. And
What all 3 places you went?
I was in Afghanistan all 3 times.
Oh, my buddy was in Seoul, Korea. Then he went to Fort Carson.
See, I mean, I like Korea. It was cool.
Once
Um,
you get your VA stuff situated, Professor, you're still available to buy my house, but I will take my paintings out of it.
Of course, of course. No, I almost
my
got all my
grandparents'
VA stuff all done.
paintings are only from the '60s, but I still love them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wouldn't think of it any other way, for sure.
That's cool, man.
But
You can have all the other furniture, but my grandparents' paintings and my phonograph are mine.
right, you
I'm
can
glad-
take my ex too, bro. I don't need that one either.
No, I don't. I don't need another woman in my life ever. Thank you,
I fucking feel that, man.
dude. I've got 4 kids, and I'm happy with just having 4 kids. I don't need another woman in my life ever, 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 ever,
I
ever.
understand that.
I feel it.
I put my glasses down on my end table, and guess what? My glasses are there when I pick them up to watch Jeopardy.
They're not moved or gone.
When
Hell
I was
yeah.
married, it was like, where the hell are my glasses? I put them over there. Well, why did you? Why?
Why I need those, bro?
I understand.
Feel it, bro. But
Man.
no, I almost got all my VA stuff all done. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But they finally released my blacklist files. So
Oh, good. Good.
I finally am accepted as a combat vet. See, whenever
Well,
I went in,
Oh wow.
I was
14 should have made you automatically available for everything. But yeah, I understand.
well, due to it being blacklisted because of my SF status, I couldn't get a lot of the stuff that I needed. And now that they released that, I'm an official combat vet now, and I qualified for all my disability, everything.
Right on. Right
So-
on. That's
How-
going to make it better for you.
If you
I
don't
got-
mind me asking, how old are you?
Me, I'm 33.
Okay. Okay.
I went in whenever I was 17. I turned 18 in Afghanistan.
What?
Yep. My first deployment, I went into basic and AIT.
Huh?
And then the next thing I know, they're all like, hey, we're going to hook you up with the airborne. I'm like, okay. And I turned 18 in Afghanistan.
Wow, dude.
In Kandahar.
I did the right thing. I joined the Army when I was 18 and went to basic training while I was 18.
I didn't have a choice, man. The judge was all like, look, dude, you're either going to go to prison or you're going to go in the Army. This is how life's going to go. I'm going to give you that option. I'm all like, I'm out, dude. I'm going in the Army right now.
I understand, man. I understand.
He's all like, that stuff, it doesn't happen anymore. But he's like, I'm going to give you this option. And I'm all like, all right, I'll go in the Army. And so I went in the Army.
Man,
Honestly,
great-
do they give that option now? I'm wondering because, 20 years ago or 25 years ago in my case, 26 years ago. God. What year is it? 2021? Yeah,
Yep, that
26
one.
years ago. It was an option, like go to jail or go in the army. Now, mind you, I was a clean cut kid. I never did anything wrong. I did everything right, and so I joined the army as a quartermaster. Don't ever do that, by the way. Join the army as a infantry. Get your rank, and then join the quartermaster corps.
And then
But I went
transfer.
into the quartermaster corps from the beginning, and that was let's say the quartermasters are not the sharpest tools in the shed. Sharp as a bowling ball,
No.
smart as a box of hair.
I feel it. You know
I
what
could
though?
go
I
on
gotta
and
love
on, but
supply, bro. I gotta love supply.
What's up, Yitzy? Thank you for joining us, Yitzy. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Hello.
how you doing, buddy?
But yeah, the quartermaster corps is let's just say they don't have to actually pass the ASVAB in order to
Bro, you
be
get
in
31
the
points for
military.
signing your name, bro. That's passing right there.
What does ASVAB stand for, Professor?
Armed Services Vocational and Aptitude Battery.
Yeah, the ASVAB, right?
Yeah.
Armed Services Aptitude Battery, right?
Vocational and
So,
Aptitude Battery. Yeah.
Vocational Aptitude Battery. Quartermasters don't have to pass that in order to join the military.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not even gonna take that fucking test, bro. I'm just gonna go.
And I was 98% on my ASVAB,
Hell
and I
yeah.
chose quartermaster.
Oh, shit.
I think my nephew, he was like 90%, 96%, and that's why the Air Force is looking at him, and he thinking about joining this summer. And I don't know what advice to give him because I didn't go to the military.
Do it.
You know what?
If you're going in the Air Force, do it, bro.
Your nephew, if you give any advice to your nephew at all, I would recommend going into the Air Force as a contract specialist.
Yes.
He like working with his hands. So
Oh, aircraft
Or
mechanic.
avionics. Yeah, avionics specialist.
I'm gonna tell you what he actually liked doing. Back in Mississippi, he deal with farming, baling hay, and dealing with cows, chickens, and pigs, mules, and he fish a lot, and he liked welding. He loved welding.
He wants to go in as an aviator.
Okay, I'd say airframe mechanic then.
Yeah, man. You come out of the service, dude. You come out of the Air Force with the mechanical stuff, and you can get a job in any airline.
Anytime,
Anywhere.
airline
But
will
how many
hire
years
you
do
in
you
a
have to
heartbeat.
spend in the
Yes.
Air Force?
No,
How many-
like as long as you go and you get the training from them and everything, you'll get hired on. They really like to hire vets like that.
I was a fueler, right? And so
That's what my cousin was in the
I
Army.
spent 5 years doing fuel, and it's jet fuel, right? So, but I spent 5 years doing that. I went to Bosnia. I came back, and I decided that I didn't want to do the Army anymore, ever. And so I left the Army, and I went to LAX, Los Angeles International Airport.
Yeah.
And I worked at a FOB, private jet, right? It was 2 acres of land. That's all it was. I mean, 2 acres in LAX is, you can't even see it on a map if you look at it from above.
I know.
2 acres is nothing on an airport.
Back in Mississippi, we lived on 380 acres of land, family land. Yeah.
There you go, right? So 2 acres of land is all we had. And I was a fueler. I mean, I literally applied to do the line service technician. and they called me in for an interview, and I walked in, and they said, "Oh, you did fuel in the Army? Okay, you're hired."
Yep. And if you're an aviation mechanic, you come out of the service. My buddy, he did 15 years in the Air Force as an aviation mechanic, and he came out. He makes almost $230,000 a year, and all he does is work on airplanes. That's it. That's all he does.
You gotta do 15 years.
No, he was all like, dude, I have kids that are coming out now. He's a supervisor, and he makes a lot more than that. But he's all like, I have kids coming right out, and they start at $120K a year.
And then you have people like me who are like, yeah, I could go to Phoenix International and I could get a job tomorrow if I really wanted to.
Yeah. But see,
the problem is the problem is I was working at Grand Canyon Railway, and I loved working at Grand Canyon Railway. I really did. I was a purchasing agent, so I sat in my office chair and I looked at a computer screen all day long, and I thought to myself, I said, this is the perfect job. I mean, I was only making $15 an hour, and that was enough. It supplemented my disability income. So I could do that. But one day I stood up and I fell over, and I thought to myself, I said, you should probably not be working around locomotives.
The thing with my nephew is everybody in my family been to the Army. And so they're trying to talk him to going to the Army to do the same thing with mechanics.
Oh, no.
I'm a certified mechanic from the Army, bro. Trust me, you don't want that. Don't let him do that.
Air Force, airframe
but
mechanic.
They're telling him that the Air Force is more strict.
No, bro. Dude, the Air Force, he sits there and eats lobster and steak while we're out there crawling in the mud, bro.
There is a reason we call it the Chair Force.
They ain't strict at all, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There is a reason we call it the Chair Force. I'm not joking, and I know I love my sister and I love my brother-in-law, absolutely 100%. But yeah,
they're both trying to recruit him right now.
Don't let him join the Army.
Yeah. Two Army men right here telling you straight up, don't do it.
Ultimately, it's his own decision. But
hey, Jedi Bill, you want up on the panel? I'll throw the link in the chat because I don't have trolls like you do. I'm still under 200 subscribers.
Jedi. How you doing, Jedi?
But yeah, no, that's the thing is,
if I had to do it all over again, I'd go in the Air Force.
Oh, I'd go to the Air Force Academy if I had to do over again.
Amen.
Absolutely.
If I had to do it all over again, I'd go Air Force, man.
Dude, I would go Air Force in a heartbeat. You know,
just because
my instructor in contracting specialties, he is making like $200,000 a year right now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Contracting officer, 20 years in the Air Force, and he is making a gazillion dollars a year just writing contracts for companies.
So if you're going to do something like that with the Army, what you have to do is you go infantry, and then you go into private contracting, which means that you're a mercenary, and then you make some big bucks. But them boys right there.
But I heard.
What up?
I heard for Army you go Special Forces.
I'm gonna tell you a story about the Special Forces, man. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, man. I was 17 years old.
Hold on, Professor Poe, if you guys don't mind. Okay, the Special Forces are a unique brand of person.
Yeah, I heard they got more.
They really. No,
we do. We have the best equipment in the world. We do. We have better equipment than your standard soldier.
You
Yep.
must be prepared to be a special forces person.
So let me put it to you this way. I deployed with 30 guys, okay? 3 deployments.
All right.
And out of all that, 6 of us are still alive.
What the fuck happened? Jesus Christ.
Like
That's
I
special
said,
forces,
you have
bro.
to be prepared to be a special forces operative.
Well, I'm not gonna tell my
Whether
nephew to
that
do
be in
ain't
support
no game.
capacity. I know, Professor, you were in support capacity, right? I mean, I know you were a shooter, but you weren't designated as a shooter.
I was not designated
the
as
TOE.
a shooter. I was designated as mechanical expertise and explosives technician.
Correct. And so, the special forces, and I seriously considered being in the Nighthawks, right?
Right.
The Nighthawks, for those who are listening, if you're paying attention, is the special forces support arm, the Nighthawks. I could have been a fueler for the Nighthawks. I chose not to. I chose to be a regular Army soldier. The professor chose to be in a version of the Nighthawks branch.
I was in RDA counterterrorism special forces, which means that I went in and I removed targets.
Damn.
So he was support to the fellers who went in and did the wet work.
And I got pulled into the wet work because it's a 30-man team. So
Yeah.
You got to understand something about special forces.
Yeah.
Whenever you go into special forces, bad shit's going to happen.
Oh yeah. And you
That's
got to
what's
be
gonna happen.
prepared for that. I mean, I have severe PTSD and I was just a regular quartermaster soldier.
Same, still like right here.
So don't talk my nephew into that. That was what I was saying.
If you want to be a badass,
Yeah,
go
in the Air
ahead.
Force.
But
No,
don't go in the Air Force.
no. He's not a badass. I'm being honest.
Go in the Air Force and learn how to work on airframes, and then he can work for American Airlines.
Actually,
Please
whenever I
tell
got-
your nephew not to go into special forces
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah, no. Whenever I went into special forces, I didn't have a choice. See, I was supposed to be a mechanic the whole time through. That was my thing. I went in, got mechanic.
So what's
I got transferred into an infantry unit. I got transferred into the 82nd Airborne. I went to airborne school, did my first deployment. Whenever I
Okay.
came back,
All right.
they're all like, "Hey, we're transferring you into a different unit." Because at that point in time, the Army owns you. They're going to tell you what you're going to do, everything.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm all like, all right, cool. And the next thing you know, I'm going to Ranger school. And
Oh, Ranger.
yeah, and well,
Your pay,
if you're going to
your
SF,
your pay went up drastically. I know.
no.
No,
No.
everybody
did
gets
not.
paid the same.
Yeah, it don't
doesn't
matter.
what
It's-
you do. You get
I
paid
thought
the
Rangers
same.
get paid more.
No.
Hey, job, man.
No,
Hey,
the
job,
Rangers
man.
don't get paid more, bro. We get paid the same as everybody else, depending upon your rank and time. And we just do more shit. But I wasn't part of the Rangers. I just went to Ranger school. See? And then I got transferred into what they call RDA, which is counterterrorism, right? That's basically we
know
work
what
in
that
close
is.
proximity to the CIA and with other special forces units. And whenever a high priority target comes up, we go in and we take it out, be it another terrorist cell,
So,
et cetera, et cetera.
so is it more like a rank of when other people know your rank? It's more like a respect level because you did this versus you getting paid
Yes.
more for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, you don't get paid more for it, but yes, it's.
I
a
know.
respect thing.
Yeah, you don't get paid for it, but they respect you for doing. You went out there and did it.
Well, there are those that respect us, I suppose. There are a lot that don't.
I'll turn on my camera so you guys can see. Hold on a second here. Oh, the camera's pointed at me too. There. All right. Sergeant First Class.
Oh wow, dude.
and that means that I was an E7.
Yeah.
Oh, you
when I
E7.
when I left the military. Yeah. So I was one of the highest ranked military enlisted persons.
Yeah.
And I also carry a coin.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get that in the light. There you go. The Phantom Warriors from Fort Hood, Texas.
Yeah. Texas, yeah.
3-star. General Laporte gave me this coin, which is why it's on my key ring. Because General Laporte, I respect that man. I respect that man to the day I die. General Laporte was awesome.
See, I got an issue with
That looks a
officers.
lot like Kroga.
I'm sorry, Jedi Bill. What'd you say, brother?
The symbol looks like a Krogan symbol. It does.
You can say what you like. You know, all of us YouTube creators take things from others, right?
Right.
But
so I don't have any respect for officers, man. Officers are just the guys in the office getting you killed. That's it, man. I've never had
Really?
that's how I look at it. But mind you, like I was boots on ground. I was in the middle of the shit. That's literally what I was doing.
It's funny because when I was in 3rd Infantry Division in '96,
Dude, I love the third ID.
but yeah, the 3rd ID was awesome, right? That's Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I was there.
My neck
and
of
my
the woods.
lieutenant was well, he was kind of an asshole, but
Yeah, no, that's what lieutenants are, dude.
Yeah.
They all just pencil pushers, bro. Butterbar or
Yeah, no,
silver?
Hester.
Well, here's the
Hester.
thing, you know,
Hester.
fast forward
Oh, Butterbars.
15 years. Fast forward 15 years, and I went to Iraq for my 4th deployment, and I met up with Lieutenant Colonel. And he really wanted me on his team. He was like, can I have Sergeant Christopher? No.
Your name Christopher?
That's his last name.
No, that's my last name. I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah.
My first name is Christopher, so yeah.
Right
right
on. Yeah.
My cousin was that was in the army. I call my brother. He's 33. I'm 34. He was at Fort Leonard Wood. I forgot. I had to go pick him up one day.
Fort Lost in the Woods, bro.
I spent 6 weeks at Fort Leonard Wood, and I can guarantee you don't want to live there.
He said the mosquitoes are bad, no cell service, and everything.
Hey,
That's why they
Darth
call it Lost
Haster,
in the
what's
Woods,
happening,
bro.
brother?
I had to go pick him up before he went to Seoul, Korea. And he was a fueler in the army. He drove the fuel trucks, the 18 wheelers,
the 955s. Yeah, I drove those. I was a fueler for 15 years before I switched over to contracting.
Oh man, he probably could tell y'all some stories.
Oh,
Y'all probably could tell him some stories.
I don't generally tell stories, brother.
Yeah.
The Abrams tanks I chased in Bosnia, the Abrams and Bradleys that I chased in Iraq. Oh, you don't want to know what a fueler does in the army.
Have you ever lost a fuel truck?
Well, we lost there. We call them.
I'm talking about due to gunfire.
Yeah, and
I seen one get hit with an RPG one time.
The thing is,
It was kind of cool.
When you create a fuel system, right? You've got a 6-bag system is what you create, but you create multiple 6-bag systems.
All right.
And so we had 3 million gallons on the ground. An artillery shell fell on one of the bags.
Dude,
And it's a 50,000
shit.
gallon. It's a
How did it-
50,000 gallon
Oh.
bag of jet fuel.
Oh yeah.
And so when the artillery shell fell and hit the bag, it exploded, right?
Yeah.
And so you see a ginormous fire, and you're like, "Wow, that's huge! It's a ginormous fire."
It's cool.
Somebody got an answer to
that's,
that.
that's all you can do too. It's like, oh, there goes our fuel, bro.
But
We're
the
done.
other 5 bags are still secure because you built up earthenworks between all of the bags.
Yeah.
So you got one bag that explodes, and you go, "Wow! Just shut off the valve. You're fine."
Right. Just shut it down.
I don't know if I'm kind of confused on which y'all had a good time or these are terrifying times right now.
All of the
Both, bro.
above.
Okay.
You gotta laugh at it,
I'm
man.
not joking. I'm not joking. In 2003, we were shutting down our fuel system, and it was only 1 million gallons at that time. We were
Yeah.
shutting down our fuel system, so we had depleted all of the fuel in the bags.
Yeah.
And so each bag had maybe, 150 gallons of fuel in it, maybe. Maybe.
All right.
Well, here's the thing. We went into Iraq in 2003 in March, where it was, relatively cool. I mean, I live in Phoenix, so, 80 degrees is relatively cool.
I know.
But in July in Iraq, it's 115 degrees constantly. The ignition point for jet fuel is 111 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So when we went into Iraq and we started building the fuel system, it was a point of contention between a bunch of fuelers. Is fuel flammable? No, it's combustible.
Yeah.
In case anyone was wondering, it
That's
is
different.
combustible, not
right.
flammable, unless the fuel is above the ignition point, which is 111 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, we were in Iraq for multiple months, obviously, and we ended up in July taking down the fuel system. Well, the fuel system, we had 100 gallons in a fuel bag, right? And it was 115 degrees in the daytime while we were taking this bag down. So although in March when we were setting it up, my squad leader said, "Check this out." And he lit a match and he threw it down the vent pipe and it went out. Right? Or he took a little bottle of fuel, right? And he lit the match and he put it in there and it went out. Because we were smoking. I mean, we were smoking.
Okay.
And everybody was like, "Oh, you can't smoke around fuel." Well,
Watch me do it.
yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'm going to smoke around fuel. Now, there is a 1 in a million chance that the ash from your cigarette will catch the fuel on fire. When the fuel is 115 degrees in July in the middle of the day in Iraq, and you've got a 50,000 gallon bag with 100 gallons of fuel in it, don't smoke. We knew that.
Yeah.
I tell you
One
what,
of the
man.
soldiers that we were working with did not realize the difference between March, it was 80 degrees. July, it's 115 degrees.
That's a bit
And
different.
so she lit a match and dropped it into the bag and it exploded.
Oh, shit.
Two of my buddies jumped. I mean, we're talking about 5 foot earthenwork berms. They jumped over the berm with fire extinguishers and were going putting the fire out.
Please
No
tell
way.
me you put that video.
It was not me. No, I was on guard duty that night. So
Now,
I was
tell you what,
supposed to
man.
be sleeping, but the entire camp was going ding, 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 ding. So
Now,
obviously I couldn't sleep, but I mean, seriously, it was hilarious.
Wow.
Well, okay, for fuelers, it was hilarious.
Now, see, I don't know about Mr. CCDV, but whenever I was on deployment, we barely got any sleep, right? And now, barely get any sleep,
Yeah.
and that's a
Oh.
common thing. I don't know how much sleep he caught over there.
I did
But-
not get a lot of sleep in
So y'all-
2003. I have to be honest with you.
Y'all
And-
blowing up fuel all the time?
Look,
And,
we breached the berm between Kuwait and Iraq in 2003, right?
Right.
And so I was on that convoy. I don't know if you guys are Jessica Lynch fans or whatever, or how many of you people even know who Jessica Lynch is now. I hope you don't know who she is.
I know who she is. Big news back then, bro.
Oh, huge news back then, but Jessica Lynch was a fucking useless tard, is what
Agreed.
she was.
Agreed.
Anyway, in any case, same convoy,
Yeah.
and my convoy didn't get lost and attacked.
Wayfinders, man. Come on now. It's not hard. You have fucking, like, I don't know. Whenever I went over there and saw the equipment that the convoys were running, they have like the blue, which is the blue screens and shit. And
So
it's a whole
anyway,
GPS system.
what I'm trying to say is we made it to Baghdad in like 3 days, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Not nothing against anybody who was ever in the military, and of course the fighters. Naturally, I respect you guys 100%. However, 4-day convoy of carrying fuel through Iraq, going, I hope nobody shoots my fuel tank. I hope nobody shoots my fuel tank.
Or try to steal it, because my buddy was worried about somebody trying to steal it from him.
But yeah, that 4-day convoy was something to be experienced that can never ever be explained.
So we
to anyone.
we were in Kandahar and we were chilling. And we were about to roll up to Bagram.
Yeah.
And my unit was to ensure the safety of individuals. And I had to think how to word that correctly. But we were to ensure the safety of individuals. So, which means that we have a high priority person right there. And so we're going to sleep, and them guys love to drop mortars, man. I mean, like all day, every day. They love
Every
to
day,
drop
all
mortars.
day, rockets and mortars. Oh boy!
And it was my second.
You get used
deployment,
to it. You get
Right?
used to it.
right? It was my second deployment, and I'm sleeping on the hood
Yeah.
of this truck, right? And I'm chilling, and I'm sleeping because you don't get very much sleep, so I'm just kind of crashing out. And you can hear the mortars dropping a little bit, and everybody starts freaking out because we have a whole bunch of green kids that just came in. And like all of a sudden they start screaming, and
What are
I
green
thought we
kids?
were being attacked, right? And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I jerk up and I'm ready to rock and roll. And these kids are all like I'm talking like
Green
I'm a
kid?
kid, right? I'm still a young kid. I'm
Yeah,
like 19 years
You're
old.
only 22 or 19 or 20
Yeah.
or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still a kid, but I've
And
already
these
been through this shit.
18-year-olds are going, ah!
And these guys, and I mean, like, and I got grown ass men that are older than I am that just joined the army, freaking the fuck out, and they're all like, "You got to get under the truck." And I'm like, "Why? What the fuck's going on?" You know, I'm looking around and everything's quiet and shit. And the rest of the fucking vets are going, what the fuck's going on, man? Everybody that's been there before, what's going on? They're like, it's mortar fire. This is our training. And I'm all like, you don't need to shut the fuck up and go back to sleep, bro. Those are like 2 miles
man.
off, guy.
You seriously don't hear the whistle. Okay, seriously, you hear the whistle? You're screwed.
Right? You dead anyway. That's what I was all like. It hits the truck that I'm sleeping on, man. I'm fucked. So
What
fuck it.
whistle? What whistle?
The mortar whistle, it'll come in and it'll go, and then it'll go real quiet, and then all of a sudden you're dead.
What?
Yeah, no, that's how it sounds. It's because it's coming in so fast, it's whistling.
Through the air?
Yep. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Jesus, that's scary.
It is
It's not
scary
that
as
bad.
hell, yeah.
You get used to it.
That's why I don't like 4th of July or
I feel that.
football,
I'm all like,
you know.
everybody's all like, let's go see the fireworks. I'm like, I'm good, guy. I'm just
No,
gonna stay at
thank you.
home.
I really
I
don't.
was-
I still to this day I don't like fireworks. And
Me either.
last night, for instance, well, I say last night. It's Monday morning. Friday night, there is a family down the street that has a mortar and shells
Oh,
that they
fuck.
have apparently kept from New Year's Eve. And they set those off on every goddamn Friday night, and it pisses me off because I feel the boom and I hear the boom and I go, oh, now I'm tight. I can't do anything. I'm
Right?
tight.
You can't move. You're just like, oh shit.
They bought the bitch shit.
I tell you what, man. I had somebody pop a balloon one time. We were at the county fair, and I had just came back, and they popped
What?
that balloon behind me, man, and I tripped the fuck out.
What was that restaurant we went to, Professor? When we had dinner that night, and somebody dropped a tray,
Oh,
and
South
I was
Rims?
like, ah,
Yep, South Rims, man.
oh, South Rim, yes.
Oh, so
And-
y'all actually know each other?
Yeah.
Oh
we-
yeah. Well,
good friends.
normally we only live a few miles from each other. I happen to be living far away from the professor now, but he is one of my friends. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, dude. That's pretty cool.
Although he's not actually that good at construction, by the way.
I keep
I had to
telling people
lower
that, bro.
those. I had to lower those.
The tiles.
Not the tiles. No, I redid the tiles as well. But
Oh, the rampway.
the ramp. Yeah, I had to lower the.
Well, remember, we had a whole nother plan for that thing, so it was just
We
time to
did,
get it up to go. But
Yeah, I had to lower those and put the. I did put the deck on the ramp, by the way. So the railings are the only things I still have to do.
right? No, my dad's the constructioneer. I've been doing it forever with him, but it's just like, dude, if I'm gonna throw it together real fast, I'll throw it together real fast.
And you did brilliantly for my birthday party last year, and you did brilliantly.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just making fun of you.
No, my health is kind of waning anymore, brother. That's the problem. Is my health is waning. So, I have what they call the broken heart disease, right? Which is
What is that?
cardiomyopathy. My heart is trying to rip itself to pieces, and it's scarring.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
like I'm
And-
always
and-
super exhausted. I don't have the energy I used to. I don't got any gumption anymore, man. I'm about shut out.
And
So
the
that-
only thing the doctors say is stop drinking caffeine, right?
Yep. Stop drinking
Yeah,
caffeine.
yeah.
Don't smoke cigarettes. Fuck. And I'm sitting here. I'm
Yeah.
all like, you know what? Fuck you, man. I'm dying anyway. They gave me the last time I talked to him, I went from 3 months to 2 years, and that 2-year mark is coming close.
Hey, Dave G Sound, thank you for joining us. I know that Captain Trek is going to start in about 45 minutes, but we are here now, and we are talking,
What's up, Dave?
gibberish, basically.
Right,
Hey,
we're just
hey.
BXing. We're just cussing and discussing shit.
Hey, Dave. How you doing, buddy? Glad to
But
see-
we're all insomniacs at this point.
Amen to
I-
that.
I apparently
woke up about
passed
the same
out
time as
around
you,
9
bro.
o'clock last night. I did not give my brother his medication last night. I'm pretty sure I did not give my brother his medication last night.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I passed out. I literally passed out. I woke up in bed and I was like, wow, is it 7 o'clock in the morning already? No, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Holy shit. Matt Mardigan is streaming right now. Let me get on. And
Hey,
Matt
Jedi.
lost power, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
How
well."
you know these two guys, Jedi?
Karaoke, bro.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man.
Well, that's how I know Jedi Bill. Sorry,
Mhm.
Jedi.
No, that's right.
You know, I love Jedi Bill. He surpassed me in subscribers a long time ago,
Uh,
but you know, to toot my own horn, woot woot.
You're almost at 200.
I got Jedi Bill to start live streaming.
Really? You was the one.
Just saying.
See, I got to start my channel up, man. Everything's just been going kind of fucking haywire, but I got if my doctor appointment doesn't go very well, I'm actually going to do an entire thing of where I tell my story of what happened whenever I was in Afghanistan,
Yeah,
start to finish,
There you
all the
go.
way through.
There you
And
go.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that, man. That's much appreciated.
I keep
Wow.
meaning to continue my memoirs of a Pogue, and I just keep not doing it.
Bro,
So-
it's hard to talk about, man. I had this kid the other day, because I work at a hotel right now as night audit, and I had this kid the other day. I'm all like, yeah, I was in the Army for 6 years because he was in the service. And he's like, oh, right on, I just signed up. Have you ever killed anybody? And I'm all like, you know
What?
how I can tell you're fucking green, bro?
What? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you this, Professor. My nephew have never said anything like that. Like
Dude.
seriously.
Dude, some people are just dumb, man. And it's just like, dude, I couldn't even look at him. I just handed him his room key. I'm all like, you're in that fucking building. Go away, dude.
I'm just trying to get him advice.
dumb,
You know,
uh-huh.
I just want to give him advice
dumb.
to make the best decisions for his life. And that's it.
Honestly and truthfully, man, the Air Force is fantastic.
I will tell him.
I love sneaking into the Air Force. Fucking
I'm telling you, my family trying to make him go to the army.
I had a lot of good
go
times
into the
in
Air
the
Force.
Army.
Go into contracting in the Air Force.
I had a lot
Trust
of good
me,
times in the Army.
you will be happy for the rest of your life if you go into contracting
Yeah.
in the Air Force.
Well, it's him, not me, man.
For
You
sure,
know?
for sure, bro. But you can give him this advice, man. You just talked to two vets that have deployed, and like especially one SF guy right here.
Yeah.
Dude, you do not want to go SF, man. That shit'll rip your body to pieces, man.
3
And then they'll throw
deployments
you away.
as a fueler. 3 deployments as a fueler, and a 4th deployment as a contracting officer. I guarantee you that he will want to be a contracting officer, unless he's one of the guys that wants to jump out of an airplane. He
Like
wants
me,
to be
don't
a
do that.
contracting officer.
You jumped out of an airplane?
Yeah, I was airborne, man, and then I went with the Rangers. I have 576 combat jumps. I'm one of the few that have their golden wings in the
What
United
the
States right now.
Fuck.
Yep, in 3 years, I deployed all over the world, man. Did shit. That's what I did.
And
Jeez.
I spent. I had a $1 million commission to spend $1 million anytime I wanted to for the federal government, and I bought parts and food and things like that. So yeah, you know, it depends. If you want to jump out of an airplane, join the Army. If you want to buy $1 million dynamometer, join the Air Force and become a contract specialist.
Hey, he's a smart
That's all I'm
kid.
saying.
He's a smart kid that like to work with his hands.
See, that he does not need to be in special forces, man.
No,
I mean,
he needs to
and
be a
don't
contract
push him to go into
specialist.
SF. Trust me, man. they will push him to go into SF because if he's smart, they're going to push you into SF, and or they're going to try
What is SF?
special forces.
Okay.
They're going to try and push you into special forces because everybody thinks that special forces just go in and do shit.
Yeah, if you hear SF, just think Navy SEAls.
No, don't think Navy SEAls. Fuck the SEAls. What?
But
Just shut up, Professor. All right,
badass.
give me a second to explain myself.
I heard they're the most badass though.
SF is far better than Navy SEAls. All right,
Yeah.
I accept.
Really?
However, most people have only seen the movies with Navy SEAls in them,
Of course.
Yeah.
SEAL Team
and so
6, all that shit.
I'm putting myself down in the most common denominator. If you think SF, you think Navy SEALs, which is not correct, but you got to understand the Chuck Norris films of the 80s.
Weren't those Delta Force though?
Those were Delta Force, yes.
I could tell you some stories about some Delta Force boys, but
but
What's the difference?
they were not accurate.
all right. So if you go by ranking systems in for special forces, so you have the SEALs, right? And the SEAls do good with what they do. They do a lot of wet work. Go in,
Wet
take out
work
high
means
priority
killing
targets.
people.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, no, wet work is killing
means
people.
killing people.
Well, I don't want my nephew to do that shit.
So don't let him go SF because that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But so you have the SEALs, and that's what they do. They are very good at it, and they are very tough. I'll give them that. They're pretty tough. Not very smart, but pretty tough. And then you have, the Raiders, right? Which are the special forces. Like you have recon, and then you have Raiders for the Marine Corps. Recon is a lot better than the Raiders, but the Raiders are the ones who do like the dirty work for a lot of shit, and they're the ones that are just.
But recon is super professional.
Yeah, no, recon is very clean, and I loved working with recon. I loved working with the Marine recon units. They were super clean, super professional, super good.
I mean, I was Army. I don't know anything about recon.
mean,
But go ahead. Go ahead.
So y'all talking about every other branch, but what the hell do the Air Force do?
The Air Force has the commando units, which is
They do,
season secure, which means that like if a pilot goes down or a high priority target goes down in another country, the commandos go in and retrieve that target.
Yes, the Air Force actually the Air Force actually does have badasses.
Yeah, no,
They
the
really
commandos
do.
are cool. I really enjoyed the commandos as well. They were very, very professional as
I
like,
really enjoyed working with the commandos in the Air Force. I
Yeah, and they're
really
very
enjoyed
friendly.
working with them.
So what should he
I only
stay
go
on?
commando when I don't have clean underwear.
I
Wrong
would
kind of commando
recommend
Jedi.
Oh.
Poe. I would recommend that he go into a logistics
Air
field.
Force?
Yeah,
Logistics
logistics or
in the
mechanical
Air Force
expertise.
is going to be far better than anything that we're talking about. Now, if I were
Yeah.
18 years old, I would go into Rangers. If I were 18 years old, I would go into Special Forces. If I were 18 years old, I would try to be a Marine.
The special forces are the greatest leaders in the world. That it's true. Okay, no matter what rank you're
However-
talking about.
However, if your nephew wants to be in the military, I recommend the Air Force because he can have a career afterwards.
Yep.
Well, he's 17, and my
Heyo.
hey, Revan.
Hey,
What's up,
Revan.
My sister's supposed to sign a contract for him like in June or July, and it's coming up pretty soon, man. Time is flying by.
Well,
Oh, it
from
is. Yeah.
well, from what I've seen, I've got a family in 3 different countries in about 4 or 5 different things. I've got them going from like naval officers, military, police, army, air force, things like that.
The professional careers is really what you want to go for. So
Mhm.
avionics or fueling or of course I'm a contract specialist, so I'm naturally I say go for contract specialist
Medical
Well,
because
CCDV, you well taken care of. I know that, brother. You
Yeah,
well taken care of. Yeah.
But in the one of my cousins, like he basically after he left the service, he became a firefighter. Another one became a cop and things like that. So that's what they ended up doing, and 2 or 3 of them are still in it.
Well, my nephew has been recruited to either the Army or Air Force, and I was just asking what the best interest for my nephew because he actually a well soft,
Oh, Air Force! You don't want to buy
great,
him.
smart guy. Like
Yeah, well, if
soft-spoken,
he's smart,
but
dude,
really smart.
if
if he's
he is
smart,
determined
Air Force.
and he is smart, I
If
say
he's
go
smart,
for the
Air
Air
Force,
Force.
And he's
Um,
tough because he Bill hay. He's like
you know
farmer
what?
type boy.
Actually and honestly, since he likes to weld, what he can do, and I know I'm about to suggest the Navy, and I'm going to catch some heat, but
Yeah, but you see,
Why
underwater
do you laugh
welding.
about the Navy? What's wrong with the Navy?
What's not wrong with the Navy?
dude, it's also. Hold on, Poe. Did you not know that the Navy is the gayest of all services?
Well,
Man,
my
I
nephew,
just like making fun of the Navy. That's
My-
all.
my
500 men go on them ships, dude, and 250 couples come off, bro.
They're surrounded by seamen.
well, I've never been in the military. My nephew is straight though. I'm gonna tell you that.
He
And
won't be
no,
after he goes
Poe,
in the
it's a
Navy.
joke. Listen,
It's a
they're
joke.
gay. They're
It
surrounded
really
by
is.
seamen.
It's funny though, but it's a joke.
Yeah, no. So I'm just playing, like really and honestly. I got a lot of respect
Yeah,
for a lot of
but
the Navy boys.
Poe, once they join the army, they get issued coloring books for Christmas.
That's right.
You know, up yours, Revan.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Have you ever solved the Rubik's Cube from back in the 80s?
Well, the
Like,
last
which
time
branch do you want to go to?
The last time
solve
I
this
wrote a
Rubik-
contract, I have to be honest with you, I used a crayon to write the last contract.
That's advanced, dude. Before that, I heard like on one of your first contracts, they're there and it's like, "Welcome to the army," and they shot you in the head with a spike. And
In all honesty, Poe, in all honesty, brother, if he likes to weld,
Yeah.
there is a profession out there that the Navy will teach you. Now, the Navy arguably has the best college funding coming out of the service.
yeah, a lot of Navy things.
That is true.
ideas-
That is true. However, and I need to say this seriously. My brother was a Marine, and he was NASA certified as a welder.
Actually,
Yeah,
Poe,
you-
ND Geek is actually an ex. I think he was Air Force and Marine.
He was
and
a
that-
Marine, and then he became Air Force. Yes, and he retired, and I'm jealous. Yeah, NB Geek.
He's also
I'm
an
still
IT
jealous
specialist.
of NB Geek.
Like-
But yeah,
But
Uh,
there
he-
is
does he have
underwater
hair?
welding, Poe. There
Huh?
is underwater welding, brother.
I know.
If-
I know.
If he
about
likes
that.
to weld, dude, underwater welding, yeah, it has a really quick burnout, because you can only handle that pressure for so long.
right.
But
yeah, you're
You
talking
make
about
so much money.
Dude,
like-
he been swimming since he was 3 years old.
See, and if he wants to do that, he should look
Oh,
into
yeah.
the Navy as an underwater welder, because he could go right after that and get on with like a scuttle crew, which what a scuttle crew is a
Yes,
like whenever
and
ships
Dave
sink.
G Sound makes a good point. Underwater welding makes huge money in the
Yeah,
private
and like
sector.
I was just thinking about that, and sorry, I've been drinking, so it's like it took me a while to click, and I'm not that smart. I was special forces, bro. And,
Oh, I thought you were-
Hey,
I
but
thought
I
you were
don't.
Army.
I don't want my nephew to go in and come out like busting booties and shit. You know, so I don't want him to go in the
But,
Navy.
Hey, Poe.
I feel it.
Yeah, that's not. It's not like welcome to the Navy. Go over there and we'll issue you your gay flag, and over there is your military, is your boyfriend.
So
If he
honestly
likes-
and truthfully, there are more women on the ships now than men.
if
Oh,
he
shit.
likes being undersea, I would say Navy. Go ahead.
And
I would
And
not
with
say
Navy, you get
Marine
to
for
see the whole world.
anyone.
yeah, don't go to the Marine Corps. Nobody.
Nope.
I was gonna go to the Marines. Okay, I really was, dude. I took the tests and everything, and I was in perfect physical condition. The only thing I failed on was I could not fit my head into that fucking jar, dude. I could not
the-
do it.
And the only reason that CCPD got into the army is because he failed all the tests and he couldn't read, and they said, "Fuck it, we'll use him anyway."
No, to be perfectly honest, the reason I joined the army, look here, I called
Because it was the only one you could spell.
recruiters. I called the recruiters. I called the Air Force. I called the Navy. I called the Army, and I said, "Can I be in the band?" Because I was a bass player, right? And so I called, and the Army is the only one who said, "Yeah, come on in and take the test."
And they
And
lied,
so
huh?
I came in and took the test, and the Army said, "Oh, you can be anything you want." I'm literally talking
Did they
about.
say you can be anything? Or they did say you can be absolutely anything that you want to be?
Yes, that is what they said. Now, obviously, that is a recruiting technique, naturally. However, and I will qualify this statement with when I took my ASVAB, that's the aptitude battery that we have to take in order to join the military. I scored 98% on my ASVAB. That's 2% under 100.
I know how to count, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, a lot of people don't, but
Yes, it's called the
I will
Army.
go with that. I scored 98% on my ASVAB. I went to the Army recruiter, and he dropped a book on his desk, and it was 11 by 8 book. 11 inches by 8 inches, Revan, by the way, in case
I
you were
know
wondering.
measurements, dude.
Know what she said.
Yeah.
Know what
I'm
she
fucking
said.
measurements, man.
But he dropped that book on his desk. It was a 6-inch thick book.
Know what she said.
Yeah. She's a little bit disappointed.
He said, "What do you want to do in the Army?"
I want to play the band.
Let me tell you something. So whenever I was a kid, it was an army of one, right? I grew up listening to that.
Oh,
and then it was
God,
be all you can
no,
be.
I was still in the old school army.
Be
Okay,
all
so-
you can be in the
So
army.
it was
of
be all
one.
you can be in the
Army
army,
of
and then
one.
all of a sudden, it went to Army Strong. It's
Yep.
all like, bro,
It
you are
did change.
lowering the bar on this shit, aren't you?
They
I
did
didn't
change.
even like Army of One.
Yeah,
let
but
alone
Professor,
Army Strong.
Professor, did you not hear the new Navy slogan? Hey, boys.
See, I'm not telling my nephew to get.
I do believe Revan that is the modern equivalent. Yeah.
See, y'all still making fun
Hey
of Navy.
boys.
Y'all still
so-
making fun of Navy. I'm not telling
we
him
make
to.
fun, we make fun of the Navy. I make fun of the Marines. I make fun of everybody. But
Oh,
whenever
I
it
made-
came down to
when-
deployment, I was all about it. Like we were one team, one fight, bro. And it
Oh.
didn't matter.
There's a reason why, Poe, there's a reason why they call them brothers in arms.
Where
Yeah, no,
did,
it's just like we're one big ass family, man. In all honesty, and like, so we'll talk shit back and forth to each other all the time, but whenever it comes down to it, we always got each other.
we're together. Look, you take Army, Navy, Marine, and Air Force, and we go into a bar, right?
Don't forget Space Force.
I want to be part of the fucking Space Force. What the
I want to
fuck,
be
man?
in the Space Force, but we go into a bar, right? And there are a bunch of bikers. Oh, we'll throw the bikers through the window.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
no, it don't matter. It don't
Yeah.
matter who starts that one, bro. It's just
Exactly, like Poe, you see like the Air Force in the standard, they're squaring up. the army there with their hands on their special needs helmet, and they
Thank
turn around and
you,
they're like,
Dave G Sounds. Thank you. Yes, be all that you can be. That's when I joined the army.
That's right.
yeah,
Be
but
all that you can be. Join
And-
the army.
wait, they had a song.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they really did. They had a theme song, bro.
The army
well-
had a fucking theme song. Jesus
How I
Christ.
remember it is be all that you can be in the army as one. That's
Yes.
my generation. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I remember that. And
Yeah, you see, with my country officially doesn't have an army. We have a defense force. We don't advertise it like that. We don't require catchy songs or crayons or shit like that. All we require people to do is there, and it's just like, oh yeah, this is what happened. The British are very close to us.
No.
And remember what they did.
Oh, you have a 2-year service requirement, though. Don't forget to say that. You have a 2-year
look, I agree with
service
the 2-year
requirement.
service requirements. Okay, I think everybody should be in the army.
We
Fuck
don't
it.
have them here.
In the Irish, they say listen to the Queen or shut the fuck up. That's their motto.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Listen to the Queen.
I shit you not.
No.
So whenever I was overseas, I shit you not.
Yeah.
It was either Harry or William fucking flew into the fucking fob that we were at, dude. I shit you not.
Oh, I
He
Harry-
lands,
Yeah.
steps out, they take a bunch of pictures of him.
Yep.
He gets on the fucking helicopter and he gets the fuck gone, right? And
Naturally.
like a week later, we're reading in the paper how apparently he was some fucking like in the middle of the shit. And I'm all like, motherfucker, I was standing right.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shit
Yeah.
you not. I'm all like, dude, what the fuck? He didn't do nothing. He came
So
out.
did they do
It's
that?
all
Hold on.
Hollywood, man.
Oh, can I-
It's
can I-
all
can I ask-
Hollywood.
I can only ask one person this right now, Mr. CCDV. Did they do the same thing for Elvis when he went?
Well, Elvis was actually treated with kid gloves. Elvis was
Because he was in the
popular
military.
before he went into the
Poe,
army.
hold
National
on, Poe.
Guard. Yep.
And so he was treated with kid gloves the entire time.
Okay.
Can I
And-
explain the difference? 'Cause there's a
Literally
massive difference.
in Mannheim, they have the base open. Now, basically all of the bases in Germany for the army are closed at this point.
Yep.
But they have the base that Elvis was at
Yeah.
still open because Elvis was there.
Oh, damn.
Yes, and that's near Mannheim. And you can
Paul.
go visit if you want to go visit Germany. Go ahead. I don't want to visit Germany ever
Dude, I
again.
love Germany.
but-
I love Germany. Good beer, bro.
Professor Germany is turned into a shithole. There's now a game over there by a certain group of
Aw.
and it's
But all
called.
I wanted to do was drink beer.
Okay,
Well, come to Ireland.
I'm
Oh,
going
I
to
loved
say
Ireland, man. I loved Ireland.
Trump was acquitted. Trump was acquitted.
I heard
Yes,
that.
but anyway, but Poe, dude,
America,
CCPD,
America.
I'm American, right?
CCPD.
So,
Can
you
I explain something to Poe?
Germany, you're following
not?
America. Stop following America, Germany. Seriously, follow your own course. God forsake. Oh my God.
I thought the last time they did that, Hitler took power. Don't tell them that. You're giving
I don't
bad ideas,
care.
bro.
Something other than following
Germany is
America.
still under treaties, dude.
You know, the last time I was in Ireland, Revan, I was in.
Oh, we kicked you out.
I was in the northern part,
You
and
probably
I was
drunk.
not allowed to drink.
Yeah, I
And
probably drunk him
that
out.
made me sad.
Well, that's shitty. Last time I was in Ireland, I was in Galway. I loved Galway.
Oh, you poor bastard. That's the gayest part of Ireland.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Galway is known as like the liberal arts center of Ireland. It's like
I didn't know
Oh, man.
Ireland.
I loved the ocean, though, dude. I loved looking out over the ocean.
We're
I
a
thought
fucking
y'all-
island. Go
I thought
anywhere
y'all
you can see.
banned gay people.
We have oceans on two sides of the United States. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I
Oh,
thought
dude,
y'all
I
banned
loved
gay
it, though.
people over there, Revan.
No. What are you on about? No, we didn't, dude.
No, Russia's the one that bans gay people.
Yeah,
Bro.
Ireland, dude. Ireland voted in gay marriage. We have
Now,
one of the biggest.
folks,
Okay.
in order to address Dave G. Sound, I would say if I were 18 and I know everything that I know now, I would join the Coast Guard. I really
think the
would.
Coast Guard is tougher than the Navy. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Them fuckers fight pirates and shit, dude. That's like every young boy's dream right there. is
Yeah,
fighting
but they also
pirates.
have to.
Are you
Dude, I
Well-
watched them boys one time fucking wreck a fucking little fucking ship, dude. These guys were like trying to steal stuff. Like I guess they were drug dealers or something. I was down in Miami, and we were out there on a fucking boat.
There
And fucking
are
next thing I
some-
know, fucking like this
There
Coast Guard
are
ship
some
comes up.
badass Coast Guardians. There
And you
really
can hear them
are.
on the radio. They're all like, "Stop right now!" And them guys just kept going, and they just fucking lit them up with a fucking 50 cal. I was like, "Oh
What the
shit,
hell? Are you serious?
yeah!" I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Damn,
yeah.
bro, you got
Did
fucked
any
up."
of you
joke,
ever
man.
hear the leaked radio call, a serious one, from a U.S. naval, from an English naval destroyer and an Irish lighthouse?
I'm
They-
sorry, Revan. You got to say that again, man. I didn't understand your accent one bit.
Okay. Toto Fahmanas, ich man Navi.
Are you talking
look,
Welsh?
look,
Stop
man, my
talking
Gaelic's
Welsh.
a little
Yeah.
off, bro.
You're speaking
I'm
Irish.
sorry.
So as I was saying, basically, this UK naval destroyer was in a path and it's going along, right? And it detected something in the middle, and it's
Yep.
like, please move 15 degrees to the south.
Okay.
The guy radio back is like, no, you move 15 degrees to the north. And he's like, he's like, no, he said, this is the UK naval destroyer to say the USS Queen Elizabeth, HMS Queen Elizabeth. He said, you move to the south. And he's like, no, you move 15 degrees to the north. He said,
It's a
we've got all
disagreement.
these. Yeah, he's like, we've got all these missiles, all these guns. We will open fire on you if you do not move. Silent for a minute. He goes, this is the Irish lighthouse. Your move.
The Irish
What?
lighthouse?
Yeah,
It's like,
he's like,
really, guy, move.
yeah, this is the
I
lighthouse.
can't move.
Hey, Professor.
Yes, sir.
I'm really like concerned about. You saw a fucking pirate ship get blew up by 50 cal guns.
Yeah.
Poof.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't much
dude,
of a
yeah,
pirate ship. If
seriously.
you really want to
No.
get down to it, it looked like a little motorboat.
No, we're
It
not
wasn't a
talking
motorboat.
about the pirate ships that you think of from the
no, I'm
Pirates
not.
of the
No, I'm
Caribbean,
not. Yeah,
right?
I'm not. Yeah,
Dude,
I'm
they
not
You're
fight
that.
talking
drug
about like
cartels all the
cigarette
time, bro.
boats or cargo containers
It's a
or something
CCDB.
like
I
that,
am
right?
34 years old. I'm not that. Yeah, I know. But seriously, they unloaded with 50 cal rifles on that
Mhm.
boat.
Dude,
With
seriously,
the Ma Deuce, yeah, they ripped it up pretty good.
And I'm
Oh,
My
serious
cousin
because
was
just
I
out
know
of
the 50 cal
curiosity,
would do.
Bo,
to
do you
anything.
understand what training the Coast Guard actually goes through?
No, I don't.
it's an
Because
a PowerPoint.
they literally scuttle a boat with troops aboard
Mhm.
in the Coast Guard. In
But how do
order
you know
to-
what's a pirate and what if they couldn't communicate and they just
They can't. No, they've got.
then that's their problem.
Multiple
okay,
ways of
okay.
communicating.
I thought you were talking about the specifics of the Coast Guard, but
No.
I mean,
I'm like the pirates. Like, how do they communicate back to be like? How do they know that they needed to stop? Like,
You know what?
Basically,
Dude, you can hear it on the loudspeaker, man. They said it in like 4 different languages.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you
Because-
can't understand,
you know,
you're getting
if
sucked,
you don't
bro.
understand Spanish or French or German or American,
English.
American, shut up, Revan.
Oh,
It's not
Fuck you, man.
English, it's American.
It's American English.
Oh, my cousin. Now, Mr. CBD, for a chance, let me speak. Right?
Go ahead, Revan. Go ahead.
My cousin was in the Navy, and
Okay.
he said that one time they pulled up against what they thought was just simply illegal fishers. Then they saw a whole shitload of cocaine on the back of the boat. The guy pulled out a gun and started firing on the boat, and he said it was the funniest thing because the commanding officer's like, okay, well, someone wants to go and meet Jesus early. Okay, guys, point the guns.
Are
He
you
said,
serious?
yeah, he said this guy was there with like little AK-47, tiny little shitty machine gun. He said next thing the commander was just in there like, well, someone wants to meet Jesus early. He said he didn't fire on him just yet. He said that they pointed the guns down at him and they were pointing there. And he said, commander,
No.
like, loudspeakers, like,
you
okay.
guys know I love Jedi Bill. I love Jedi Bill. I'm willing to do whatever. And he wore a tutu, and we watched.
Yes, but we all know how
New Moon.
happy he was during it. Like, his
However,
clapping
seriously,
We watched
the
Twilight.
Coast Guard does not defend the coast of our great country. They do what they have to do to save boaters most of the time.
Actually,
rather
most
than-
people who actually defend the coast, a lot of them are actually.
I have two people that been in the military here. So let's say there's a cruise ship off the coast of Florida, like a cruise, and you
Yeah,
got
exactly.
pirates
Cruise
coming
ship. So
That's what- that's what the
basically
Coast
what the
Guard
Coast
come in
Guard
at?
does.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the Coast Guard is search and rescue primarily, and they do actually do a lot of fighting. But there are specified units.
like I
for
said,
those.
mind you, they are badasses. I mean, in basic training, they actually have to go through
So
drowning scenarios.
Yeah,
So the-
basically, their fucking training is almost like a kiddie version of our SEAL training.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you got we got cruise ships that go out to the Bermuda Triangle, right? So the Navy don't come in if something happened to the cruise ship.
That's out of
Yeah,
our jurisdiction. That's in international waters.
Now, mind you, that's regarding whether or not they got the signal from the Bermuda Triangle.
I mean,
I have been to the Bermuda Triangle, bro. I didn't see shit. I was disappointed.
well, let me put it like this. All right, let me take it to Costa Rica then, or Dominican Republic.
Poe,
Right,
you
seriously.
see, that's the thing.
So when do the Navy come in? What the fuck do the Navy
When they
do
hit
then?
American waters, each country, Poe, has their own waters, and they
But-
have their own way of dealing with it.
What's the difference between the Coast Guard and the Navy?
The Coast Guard is there to primarily secure and ensure the safety of passers in American waters,
Okay.
and the Navy is there to make sure that the world fucking behaves.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay.
pretty
Well,
much.
pretty much our fucking
there you
thing.
go.
well,
That's
damn.
why
this-
we have the 7th Fleet sitting right outside of fucking Korea. Because if somebody wants to start some shit, man, the 7th Fleet will just fucking knock them right out of the water.
Are you
Did
Did you
serious?
hear that?
Most
Guys,
of the time, the Navy is just doing circle eights, right?
Yeah.
Guys, did you hear?
They're
Did you hear
literally
that?
doing figure eights in the Pacific or the Atlantic.
So the
I heard
Navy is
the
like bitch act up if you want to. We'll fuck you up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
The Navy could, yeah. Well,
I mean, like, let's put it to you this way: the 7th Fleet, where they are sitting right now, they could glass North Korea.
but
they
if
wanted
you're
to.
going into a land war in Asia, you need the Army and the Marines.
Yeah,
with the submarine.
I thought, yeah, I thought it
so
was actually,
submarines are fucking just giant tin cans, bro.
lads. I thought it was actually funny. Ages ago, a few years back, there, an American ship was meant to be in Spanish waters with the rest of its fleet moving along, going to where it was being deployed for the war games in South Korea. It got lost, ended up in the middle of Irish waters and surrounded by half the Irish fleet. They're like, what the fuck are you doing here?
You done lost that fucking war game, bro.
Yeah.
Dave Sound, when are you going to be on the panel? Because I really want to talk to you. You have been a hazmat shipment certifier. I was a hazmat shipment certifier. So I want to talk to you. I really do. Because UN numbers change constantly and it's driving me absolutely crazy. Every time I drive down the highway now, I look at the UN number and I go 1880. Okay. Okay, that's diesel. Why are they literally just driving diesel or plain oil down the highway? 23. Oh, God.
Skidoo?
What's the UN number for unleaded gas now? Anyone?
No.
Bro, I don't even know what you're saying. Let's be completely honest, man. Look, I can blow shit up. That was part of my job in the Army. I blew shit up. I love that part. I was not EOD. Do not confuse me. I was not the one defusing the bombs. I was the one setting the bombs.
Dave G Sound knows exactly what I'm talking about. The UN numbers on the shipments that are going across the United States.
I'll give you a laugh. My cousin, he asked this girl out, and she went out with him, and they broke up, blah blah blah, shit like that. Didn't end very happy. Yeah, his new base commander is her dad.
Oh shit.
Is her dad or her father-in-law dad?
No, her dad.
Oh.
My buddy was banging this girl one time. We were all in SF, right? And he comes running up and he goes, "Dude, I gotta stop. I gotta break it up with this girl, and I don't know how to do it." And I'm all like, "Just break up with her." And he's all like, "Dude, it is literally the general's daughter, man." I'm all like,
"Oh,
that's moron."
I saw that movie once. I didn't like it.
I thought. I'm all like, "What the fuck, dude?" That was my first thing. I'm all like, "So it's fucking what's his fucking name? He played the Joker." And he's like, "No, motherfucker."
Jared Leto.
No, not Jared Leto. No, this was the original Joker, bro. Not the original.
Jack
We're talking
Nicholson?
about with yeah,
Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm not gonna lie.
Jack
I drank
Napier,
like most
guys.
of this fucking bottle of Jameson, bro. So my memory is not what it's.
Hey,
what it
Mr.
should be.
CCDV.
Say again.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on. I have to go, man. I need to cook some eggs, bacon, and sausage, man, for breakfast.
All right, no problem. And again,
all right, Poe, I'll be over there in like an hour, bro.
Yeah. Oh, how the fuck are you in so much shape while eating that at this early in the morning?
I will stay live. However,
I know somebody about the stream. Bird of Prey?
No, not Bird of Prey. Captain Trek. Captain Trek is going live in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're bored, go over to Captain.
Well, you are
Captain
the
Trek.
Army, so.
Well, you know,
I
don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter now, but I post my breakfast and my lunch and all that.
I know, you bastard. You made me fucking hungry.
But
every time I fucking go on Twitter, I see this fucking chunkafuck posting his breakfast, and I'm like, God damn it!
I cooked catfish, spaghetti, and fries last night, so that's on there. But Mr. CCDB, thank you for having me on, Mr. Professor. Hey, man. Good talking to you.
Hey, Poe, thanks for being here, brother.
And I will pass the
information. I appreciate it.
I will pass all the information that y'all gave me lightheartedly, seriously. And Revan, motherfucker, where you been, brother?
I've been having an argument with YouTube.
It's okay. Hey, get over it. Don't stress it.
No. It's not. No. Okay. I've been working. I had a review of The Mandalorian out, and it took me 2 weeks to get it out. Of non-stop editing. That's where I've been.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you're working on it. That's you then.
Yeah,
that's
I got it out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the algorithm's a bastard.
Nice. You have a nice chat, Mr. CCDV. There are nice people here, and I'm glad for you to have me on. Thank you for having me on. I have to go. I'm hungry.
Peace out, man. Also, hi, Hungry. I'm Revan. Pleased to meet you.
Be safe, all right?
Yeah, you too, brother.
Maybe we can do this again, all right?
I'm usually up all night.
All right, bye.
Later, bro.
Oh, fucking hell! I have major heartburn. But
Sucks.
yeah. So, do you think Mr. CCVD still gets government issued coloring books?
You know, I've been missing mine. I really have.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, now when you joined up in the army, do you have to buy your special needs helmet, or did they just give it to you?
But it's just issued, bro.
That's good. That's good. Well, I
Right.
mean,
Right out the gate, brother.
You know that you are drunk when you are narrating your own movements, right? So, like, I'm out of cigarettes. I don't have cigarettes on my computer table. So
Feel
I
that, dude. I just
stand
ran out
up.
of mine. I'm like, God damn it.
I stand up and I walk to my carton of cigarettes and I open the carton of cigarettes and I pull the foil off of the 20 cigarettes in the pack. And then I walk back to my computer and I put my headphones on and I turn the speaker on so that I can talk. And hi everybody.
I'm gonna give you a laugh. This just happened. A cat jumped up onto my back. My two dogs are at the back. A cat just jumped up onto my back gate, down into my back garden. I've got a Bichon, which is a little lapdog, and a Jacoby, which is a Jack Russell Beagle mix, also known as a very good hunting dog. That cat screamed and ran fucking back over the back gate, and it's just in the middle of the garden now, looking back on what the fuck just happened.
What part of Ireland are you from, Revan?
The Republic.
Fair enough. That's
The
fair enough.
Republic of Ireland.
Yes. I'm from the bottom half of the Republic.
Could you literally sound like my cousin? So I'm only
Where's
third
your cousin
generation. He's from Dublin, but he has that real heavy accent.
Awesome boy.
I'm fifth
But
generation,
he's not originally
which is
from
why
Dublin. He's originally from somewhere like way down south from Dublin, but he
Is
moved
it like
to-
Waterford or Cork?
I'm sorry, what
even
you say?
though I
Is it
love
water-
this avatar as the Swedish chef, I'm fifth generation, so I have no idea.
Is it Waterford or Cork? Do you know?
You know what? Let me ask him real
Cork.
quick. He's awake. Let me ask him real quick, brother.
Cork. I mean Cork for Americans, Cork. You know, the thing that comes out of a wine bottle, that cork. But for Irish fellers, that's called Cark.
No,
For some
actually, that's a
reason.
bottle cork. But the county's called Cork.
He's from Waterford originally.
Holy shit, what's his name?
Donahue?
What?
Adam Donahue is his name.
How old is he?
34?
That's where I'm from.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he's so like I said, I'm third generation, right? I used to go and visit him all the time, but he's from Waterford originally.
Jesus, that's where I'm from. And I'm living there right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
no,
on,
he's
I'll
living
get-
in Dublin, but
A lot of people fucking get out of here.
Well,
Yeah,
there's your problem.
Tell him a guy said this.
Wait, I thought you were going to say something after
right, I'm all like, I'm waiting, bro.
that.
It's in private chat.
Oh, okay.
All right. I haven't been paying attention to private
I
chat.
will tell him. I will tell him.
But yeah. No, man, a lot of my family in America are actually they're all descended from people from Waterford.
Oh, right on, right on.
Yeah. The family name is Trum, 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 Trum.
And folks,
That's why I had to ask you where
Thank
you were from.
you
I'm all like, you
for-
sound just like my fucking cousin, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you all for hanging out with me for the last 2.5 hours. But Captain Trek is live, and I am going to go over to Captain Trek. So I am going to say goodnight, everybody. And thank you very much for joining me this evening. I will see you all later on this week sometime.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Professor, are you actually going to create a channel for yourself?
I have the channel. I just have the content. I'm having an issue with what I want to do, kind of. How I want to say it all. So I'm going to go into cryptozoology instead of like myths and monsters. We're just going to do cryptozoology.
Hey, hold on.
I'm looking forward to. Revan, what do you got going on, brother?
And Thursday, I've got a live stream on the state of Star Wars, and that, and I've got my co-hosts are back, and that, and then I am going to try and wrangle one of the days to get Bionic onto my stream. We're just going to have a nerd stream about it. Then we're planning another stream about freaking just funny shit from the internet, because after everything that's been going on in our little community and with the streamers, we need a laugh.
The nerd community is going crazy right now, isn't it?
Oh God, yes. But it's not just the nerd community. There's stuff going on amongst our little group as well. It's not drama. It's just this actual IRL life stuff.
All right, folks. I will see you all later. Thank you again for joining me for the last couple hours. Go on over to Captain Trek, and we will enjoy Captain Trek's morning brew.
All right. I think I might
Good
do
night,
that.
everybody.
I don't have nothing better to do.